你除了杀人之外，还会做什么？
Mo Juanfeng's knife and Xiao Chang's smile are the two most powerful weapons in the world. But his knife was lost, so he found a blacksmith who was best at making weapons. This blacksmith forged an exquisite blade for a swordsman many years ago. The swordsman wanted to kill him. He retired into seclusion in despair and vowing not to build any more weapons, even if Feng threatened the life of his assistant. Xiao Chang found Feng and said that she had a better way to persuade the blacksmith to forge throwing knives for him, as long as he helped her snatch a valuable jade. She found the swordsman together with her entourage, whose weapon is the scourge. The scourge just restrained the sword. The fight lasted less than 5 minutes before the hand holding the blade was entangled. She suddenly cut off the swordsman's hand and brought it back to the blacksmith, wished to get help because the man who hurt him was punished. But the blacksmith still refuses, so they had no choice but to leave. The treasure jade was transported by the armed escort of the Nan family, a martial arts family. Unfortunately, it was robbed by 4 gangsters on the way. They got into a dispute over how to divide the spoils. Then they found the epic gambling king who had retired long ago and planned to decide who would own the jade through a bet. They agreed to came together to the king's house, but they have their own tricks. The second colluded with the gambling king, while the third and fourth were inseparable. The eldest son of the Nan family found the blacksmith, hoping that he could come forward to uphold justice and prevent a catastrophe caused by jade. At this time, the swordsman with a severed hand came to confess to the blacksmith, and the blacksmith rebuilt a pair of iron hands for him and asked him to take back the jade. Sheriff Xiao also sent her daughter Xiaohong to sneak into the king's mansion. The sheriff was a friend of the blacksmith, also looking for the whereabouts of jade. Xiaohong met a black warrior, the adopted son of king. He had killed many people for his father, but now he doesn't do this job anymore. And the two of them obviously into each other after had a good conversation. The gambling king acted as the dealer, and the 4 people selected the blue dragon, white tiger, phoenix, and turtle. After the cover was lifted, the white tiger selected by the eldest on the dice, the second suddenly attacked him as he was excited, and the gambling king also slapped hard him on the back. The eldest went quickly offline under the joint attack. The 3 remaining robbers decided to gamble again, and the result was very unexpected. None of the 3 people won. You have no luck in making money and should leave this jade and give it to me, the king said. I would pay you a travel fee, you should leave here quickly. The second got so angry that he stepped up against with him. The 2 thieves wanted to sneak away with jade, but Xiaoqiang blocked the door. It turned out that the king learned that Mo Junfeng and Xiaoqiang watched the jade like a hawk. He used a strategy to disintegrate their alliance. Firstly, he handed Feng a packet of knockout drops to stun Xiaoqiang, and told him that he would share the treasure. Then he secretly told Xiaoqiang that someone wanted to harm her. When Feng came back, she knocked him out as she saw the herbal bag on his waist. She fired a poison dart and injured the second, causing him to be killed. But she was also hit in the heart by a poisonous needle fired by the female bandit and fell to the ground. The female thief was also killed by a knife thrown by Mo Junfeng, who arrived. The king wanted to escape in the melee, but was blocked by the Iron Hand, who came with the blacksmith, and he was killed by the darts fired from the Iron Hand in a fierce fight. The man with the Iron Hand wanted to kill everyone and keep the jade for himself. When he fired the darts, it flew towards him and killed himself. What the hell is going on? It turned out that the blacksmith had set a back door on the Iron Hand. After firing twice, the mechanism must be pressed, otherwise it will fire in the opposite direction next time. The black warrior won to compete for the top spot in throwing knife with Feng. Few days ago, the 2 wanted to do this but were broken by the gambling king. So they held a martial arts competition under the auspices of the blacksmith. The black warrior defeated Feng after a great duel. The blacksmith took jade to the appointment in the village alone, but Mr. Nanda had already been ambushing him with many masked killers. Before that, he had sent killers to sneak into the inn to try to snatch jade. It would seem this lordling was the big boss behind. After the blacksmith handed the jade to him, archers who were ambushing on both sides suddenly appeared and shot him, and a pair of spearmen joined the battle around him. The yield rang the song of the swords. A group of people holding big flags surrounded the blacksmith as he changed their formations. When the blacksmith's sight was blocked, he made a sneak attack and killed him. The back warrior rushed to the battlefield in time, but the throwing knives were blocked by rows of flags. He unexpectedly threw the heavier scabbard out as the boss was relaxed, passing through the layers of defense at a speed of Mach 2.5, and finally ended the culprit.